Hey everyone, this is Divyam from Online Effects Academy, and today I am going to show you how to create a super cool liquid text animation in After Effects. So without any further ado, let's get started. So before we get started, let me tell you again, this effect is completely and 100% made in After Effects, so you don't need any third-party plugin. Also, if you like our channel, please press the subscribe button. And if you want us to keep creating these tutorials and keep Online Effects Academy free, please help us support the cause on patreon.com. The link is given in the description below. And now let's get into After Effects. So here we are in After Effects and let's get started. Open up After Effects and click on this new composition icon and create a new composition. Now I'm using a full HD resolution. And let's keep our frame rate to 15 so that we get a good hand-drawn look, and keep the duration to 5 seconds and click OK. Now the first step is to create our text layer. Let's add our text and I'll keep it as online, and let's make sure to align it to the center. And let me just then change the font to, let's say, I'm going to choose this font so that it gives a good hand-drawn look. And you can also download this font from the link given in the description. It's completely free for the personal use. And now press Ctrl+Shift+C and let's recompose it, and let's rename it as text comp. Now let's go to effects and presets and let's search for transform and apply it onto the layer. And let's change the skew value to -10. Recompose it again and I'm gonna call it as text skew, and make sure to check on move all attributes into the new composition and click OK. Now again go to effects and presets and search for Vegas and apply it onto the layer. And let's change the blend mode to transparent. And let's change the segments value to 1 and end opacity to 1. We're going to keep the color to white for this one, and this is how our text looks now. And let's change the width value to 4 to make it a bit thicker. And now let's come to around 2 seconds position and add a keyframe to length. And also let's add a keyframe to the rotation, and then go back to the first frame and let's change the length value to 0 and change the rotation value to -90 degrees. And now if we check the animation, it should look somewhat like this. And now let's check this random face box to get the random rotations, and now let's check this. It's looking a bit better. Now let's press U so that we can see all the keyframes, and then select all the keyframes and press F9 to easy ease. Let's duplicate our text layer by pressing Ctrl or Command D and rename it as text blue. And select the bottom layer and let's call it as text white. And then I'm gonna go select my text blue layer, go to my effects and change this color to somewhat blue. And let's change the random seed value to 2 so that it rotates on a different timing as compared to text white. And let's place the starting position to 5 seconds to get some more random movements. Let's change its width value to 6 to make it a bit more thicker. Let's duplicate this text blue layer and change the starting point to 10 frames. And now let's add some animation on the stroke width. Make sure you're on the beginning of the layer, and then let's add a keyframe by clicking on width, and then let's go to 2 second position and let's change the width value to 11. And this is how the text will look now. Now let's go to effects and presets and search for Minimax, and make sure to place it above the Vegas effect and set the operational value to minimum and change the value to alpha and color, and let's change the radius value to somewhere around 5. Now let's again go to effects and filters and let's search for simple choker and apply it below the Vegas, and let's change the choke matte value to 4. And now it's looking a bit more better. Now let's again make a duplicate of this layer and call it as text red, and let's place it 5 frames forward, and then let's change the random seed value to 3. Now let's select our text blue 2 layer and change the random seed value to 3. Now select our text red layer and change the random seed value to 4. And let's change the color to somewhere about red. Now let's make one more duplicate of the red layer and place it after another 5 frames. And let's change the random seed value to 5. Now let's go to the last keyframe position and let's select this width keyframe and place it right below these keyframes. And here I'm gonna change the width value to 30. And in Minimax, let's change the radius value to 3. As well as let's change the choke matte value to 2. Now all we are trying to do is just cover up our entire text, and in case required you can always adjust these values according to your text size. Now let's select these keyframes and press F9 to easy ease them. Now moving on to the next step, let's select this text layer and duplicate it, and let's call it as text mask. And let's remove all the effects from it because we'll be using this as a mask layer. Now select all the bottom layers and press Ctrl Shift C and recompose them, and let's call it as liquid. Now we will use the track matte on liquid layer, and now let's change the track matte to the alpha matte. And now let's select this layer and place it on the first frame, and let's check the preview, and this is how it looks now. Pretty cool, right? And let's add some extra layers to make it more dynamic. Let's open the liquid composition and let's copy the text white layer, go back to our main layer and place it right above all layers. And now let's open the keyframes, and now let's remove all the keyframes from the length and keep the length value as 0, and also change the width value to 2. Now let's go to around 2 seconds position and add keyframe on length, and let's go to 5 frames forward and let's change the length value to 0.02. Let's again go to 5 frames forward and change the length value to 0. Let's select these rotation keyframes and place them right here. Now let's select these keyframes and press F9 to easy ease them. Now let's go to our effects and presets, select turbulent displays and apply it onto the layer. Let's change the amount value to somewhere around 18. Now let's select this layer and duplicate it and rename it as drop red and rename it as drop white. And in drop red value, let's change the random seed value to 2 and make one more duplicate of it. Let's call it drop blue and change the random seed value to 8. And now let's check our animation, and there we have our super cool liquid text animation. So I hope you have fun trying this super cool effect on your own. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you like this video, please don't forget to press the like button and subscribe to our channel. Also, please press the bell icon so you don't miss any of our future updates, and help us keep Online Effects Academy free by supporting us on patreon.com. I'll see you on to my next one. Till then, make sure you keep creating.